What's up, everybody, man? It's your boys, Cam and T, back again with another episode of the Cam and T podcast. If you're listening to this on Apple, Spotify, go ahead and give us a 5-star rating. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube or on Twitter, go ahead, like the video, retweet if you're on Twitter or X, whatever they call it now. Give us a 5-star rating on there as well. I am your co-host, Tony T. Tom West. We got my brother from another mother, Cam. Happy Tuesday, brother. How you doing?
Happy Pod Day, bro. I'm good, man. Hanging in there, man. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm doing pretty good. First full week of May coming through. So it's crazy how fast. I know this is random. It's just crazy how fast this year has like flown. Because I think the other day ago, made like since a year since I left Georgia or whatever. It's just crazy. I just feel like time is like just flying by, bro. Like I don't know if you feel the same way, but like time just be flying, man. Like I don't know. It's crazy. But things are good though. I can't complain. For real.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, time. Well, we already in May, so
we already in May. Like we halfway through this year already, almost. Like
it's crazy. Don't even seem like it, bro.
Don't even seem like. I feel like New Year's was just a week ago. That was like 5 months ago.
But see, that's the thing. Like me and you talk about this all the time. It's like, and I'm gonna say this before we get started today. To anybody out there, myself included, I need to hear this. I need to keep telling myself this, but think about how fast time is moving, but also think about how much progress you can make in that time, and think about how fast it goes by. You know what I'm saying? My boy over here been on his weight loss journey and everything. He been getting in shape. I remember when he started it, and it's been almost 2 years now.
Almost been August will be 2 years. That's crazy, Jay. That is right. August will be 2 years.
2 years, and like I said, I remember when he started, and so anybody out there, I mean, anything that you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Just think about how fast time is moving now. You can just get started today, and before you know it, you're gonna be better in the blink of an eye. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be where you might be closer to where you want to be. So, same with me, man. Just don't stop or don't delay. Go ahead and start, man.
Go ahead and start, bro. No, that's a good word, Cam. For real, seriously. But yeah, man, time's flying, man. But we got a good show for y'all tonight, man. Tonight gonna be really just a heavy NBA night. Really, we just gonna talk about the NBA. Y'all get in the comment section as y'all always do. I'm actually gonna read off some of y'all comments in a minute. But yeah, just going over everything in the NBA. My Hawks getting cooked out the playoffs after being up 2-1. Yo guys getting deleted out in the first round, which I don't think that's happened to y'all in a while, right?
Yeah, it's been about 5 years.
Yeah, I'm about to say that ain't happened to y'all in a while. So we'll talk about that. The Knicks are hot right now. We'll talk about all the playoff stuff and all that, but this should be a pretty good episode. I'm gonna read off some of y'all's comments before we get started here. Denzel said, "What's up, fellas? Y'all go check out Denzel. He got he doing a YouTube page. I seen that earlier today. Shout out to Denzel. Y'all go support, bro." Jonathan Smith said, "Almost 3 months since I closed on my townhouse. Time is flying. Hey, congratulations, bro."
There you go.
And also, that's what we saying. Time just be flying, man. So it's crazy. But without further ado, let's get into the playoff talk. Cam, the Hawks. Okay, we got up 2-1 and didn't win a single game after that. We lost 3 games in a row. Let me give my take first because I'm gonna be honest with you, Cam. With the Atlanta Hawks, it's kind of weird because it's like I'm proud of us, but also I expected more from us at the same time. Does that make sense? Like, when we traded Trae Young, I knew we were going into a rebuild. I knew we probably weren't going to be good. I knew all that. We traded Trae Young and we got better, essentially. No disrespect to him, nothing like that, but we did. We got better as a team. But then we go to the playoffs, right? Y'all know I'm a big Jalen Johnson fan. I hate to say it, dude never showed up. Dude never showed up the whole playoffs. He never showed up. Alexander Walker, he barely never showed up. CJ McCollum was really the only reason we was really hooping like that. And now we got a decision to make on him. Do we give him an extension? Because he was balling. But our 2, I would say, best players this year just did not show up in the playoffs. So that is frustrating. I'm not going to lie to you. That part is frustrating. But on the grand scheme of things, this was a team. If you would have looked at this roster in November of 2025, you would have said this is a 15-win team, 20-win team tops. And we rocked around and won 45 plus games, 40 or so plus games. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of not trying to be too hard on the Hawks because we shouldn't have been, if I'm going to be transparent, we shouldn't have been there in the first place. I'm going to be transparent. The way we flipped on the switch in the second half of the year after Trae Young got traded and turned it on and, you know, got to the playoffs, I was impressed. I'm not going to lie. This was a learning stage. I don't think anybody, I think you talked about it. Maybe me and you talked about it off camera, but you were saying like ain't nobody on our team really got any like real playoff experience, which is true for the most part. Like nobody on our team don't got really any real playoff experience. Jalen Johnson don't got no real playoff experience. Alexander Walker, he was a backup on a lot of teams. So he wasn't like a factor. Now CJ McCollum, obviously, he got years of experience, of course. But again, he's like your third or fourth option on the team at this point. Okongwu ain't never been in no meaningful playoff series like that for real, as an actual contributor. Let me say that. Dyson Daniels was in New Orleans all them years. You know he ain't never made no playoffs. So a lot of the guys I'm naming, they ain't never had that experience. So right. I really am like, I wish we would have maybe made the game, like let the series go to like, I just wish we would have won a little more, like, been a little bit more competitive. I feel like once the New York Knicks turned it on, we was cooked. Yeah. To be honest with you. So I'm like, I'm a little disappointed, but I'm also proud of how we fought throughout the year. But it was kind of depressing to get blown out like that in a game. I remember you called me in a game, in an elimination game, and we down 52-17. It was embarrassing. I'm like, I cut it off. I told you I cut it off. I said, I'm not watching this, bro. It was 52-17 before halftime. I said, oh yeah, no. It was like first quarter, wasn't it?
I called you, I think when I called you, the second quarter had just started.
Yeah, it was like 52-17.
Actually, no, I'm good. No, it was halfway through the second. Y'all still only had 15.
I was like, I'm good, bro. Like I turned it off. I was like, I'm good. I'm good on this. I don't need to see this, bro. So it's a little bit of both, a little bit of disappointment and a little bit of like, I am proud, but we just young. We got a young team and we got to grow. As far as what we need to do to grow from this situation, I think we have to accept that Zachary Richey pick a couple years ago. The number one pick overall was absolutely he might be the worst number one pick I've ever seen in my entire life. That dude sucks. He might be worse than Anthony Bennett. So I think you got to just accept that L and just say we took an L there. He stinks. I think you need another big man. I don't think Okongwu can be your main big man. I think you need another like real important big man. And I've been telling you that. I think you need another guard, essentially. And I'm gonna be honest, I really don't want to go like the whole like go get Kevin Durant, go get Giannis. I don't really want to do that. Me personally, I'd rather just build through the draft. Because we're gonna have an early pick for sure. Because we have New Orleans pick we're still getting the pick from the DeJounte Murray trade situation. So we got New Orleans pick. So I'm kind of like, I'm sad and I was upset about it, but also at the same time, it's like, you know what? It's year one of what's supposed to be a retool / rebuild. Take it for what you want. We got to grow. We got to get better. Next year, I'll have a little bit more expectations. But for the most part, I'm all right. I'm all right with what we did. I just hate we got blowed out like we did in them playoffs. That was my problem. But enough about my Hawks. I feel like we really need to get into your Nuggets because I called you when they lost. And I said, dog, I'm not going to lie. I'm not used to seeing y'all go out this early. Floor is yours, bro. I'm just going to let you vent for the next however long. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm gonna comment on your Hawks real quick first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I agree with everything you said. Of course, I think I again, you guys are really young, man.
Very.
You know what I'm saying, or at least inexperienced. I think another guard and another five. If you get you know what I'm saying, if you get a 1 and a 5, really is what y'all missing. Because I think you got everything in between. I just think that definitely you definitely need a true point guard.
Yeah.
And of course, like you said, a better five would never you can never go wrong with that. So, um, if you guys can find a way to get that with that lottery pick that you're gonna have this year, I think that could be a really good thing for y'all. But really just moving forward, like you said, guys are gonna get better. Hopefully Jalen Johnson actually shows up next playoffs. Hopefully Nikhil Alexander Walker shows up next playoffs. And like you said, you got a decision to make on CJ McCollum. Are you gonna give him, somewhat of an extension to help come back and lead the next, guard or whatever? Because I really think y'all are going to take a guard with your lottery pick. So if is he going to come in? Is he going to help, kind of mentor the new guard, or what's gonna happen there? So I think there's a lot of things that the Hawks can do. I think y'all are in a really good position too. But also, like you said, in a way, it's disappointing because if you didn't have two late game heroics from CJ McCollum, y'all probably would have got swept.
Well, exactly.
So it's one of those things where you can't hold your head down too low, but you definitely can't hold your head up that high either. Because even though the expectation probably wasn't there, I think the expectation was a little bit more than what we saw. Even though y'all made it to 6, I mean that's a good thing. And we'll get into the team that y'all played here in a second, but moving on to my Nuggets, man. I mean, so I'm not used to this. You were saying you're not used to this. I'm not used to my Nuggets being in the limelight like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because obviously, when we were champs, everybody was saying, "Oh, we're the best team we've seen in a while." But now, 3 years later, I'm looking at the revisionist history, and everybody's saying that, "Oh, well, they were never that good to begin with." But for the last 3 years, all I've heard is we won the Nuggets and Celtics finals. But now all of a sudden, the Nuggets they truly weren't that good, or Jokic isn't as good as they said he was, or the Nuggets aren't good unless they're playing the Lakers, this, that, and the third. And it's ridiculous, man. They trying to say, oh, they got to trade Jamal Murray, they got to trade Aaron Gordon. I think all of it is just super reactionary. To be completely frank with you, don't get me wrong, I'm disappointed. I'm gonna get into that in a second. But I'm just looking at what people are saying, and I don't think that it's that drastic, if you will. Yeah. Like I think teams. I mean, T. I said it before we got on the pod. We had 3 Game 7s and 3 Game 6s in the first round. I don't know when the last time that's happened.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I mean, this is a very competitive NBA that we're playing in right now. Yeah, like some teams are going to lose in the first round that shouldn't lose. I mean, hell, a lot of people thought the Rockets were going to be Western Conference Finals contenders this year, and they got bounced in the first round as well. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just a lot of good teams. I mean, the Pistons almost got bounced in round 1. The Celtics did get bounced in round 1. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of good teams out there. The Cavs almost got bounced in round 1. I mean, it's not this isn't a Nuggets issue. This is the entire league. I mean, everybody's just good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that made the playoffs can actually hoop. Yeah. I think the difference for the Nuggets, though, is that we played against a team that was missing their top 2 scorers pretty much. Yeah. And Anthony Edwards and Dante DiVincenzo, or at least they top 2 shooters, I'd say, in Edwards and DiVincenzo, and I think that's what the embarrassing part comes from, because the Timberwolves, again, they're our rivals. I told you, I said this before the pod, I said this throughout the playoffs and everything, that the one team that I didn't want to face was the Minnesota Timberwolves. I said I liked our chances against the Thunder. I liked our chances against the Spurs. Loved them against the Lakers and the Rockets. It didn't matter who we played, as long as it wasn't the Timberwolves. And, of course, this is who we bumped into. And, I mean, this is a team that's had our number for the last few years. I said it last week that the same way that the Lakers fans feel about the Nuggets is how the Nuggets feel about the Timberwolves right now. I mean, we just can't get past them. We feel good against everybody else in the league. We know that our 5 is just as good as any 5 in the league. But we just don't match up well with the Timberwolves. And part of that is because they don't like us. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they should have the same success that we've had over the last couple of years. They feel like Anthony Edwards is just as good as Nikola Jokic. You know what I'm saying? They feel like Gobert can lock up Jokic. They don't think Jokic is unstoppable. and the thing about the Timberwolves is when you really think about it, I think it's I believe they're well coached, but I also believe that they have the confidence of their leader. They have the confidence of their superstar in Anthony Edwards. They're not that good, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that they're a bad team, but they're not special. You know what I'm saying? They're a really good team, but they're not special. You know what I'm saying? They're not like OKC, but they all of their players have confidence. You know what I'm saying? They all think that they're the best team in the league, and I have to give my tip my hat to them because they called the Nuggets out. They called every player out one by one, and they took it to every single player one by one. You know what I'm saying? Jaden McDaniels, man, we seen what he did against the Nuggets 3 years ago, and he's still doing it to this day. You know what I'm saying? He's got the same contract that Christian Brown has, and he hooping with his contract. He's showing you that he can go get 30, whereas Christian Brown, and I'm gonna get on him in a second. Christian Brown can't even consistently get 10, let alone go out there and get 30 as a fourth option. Jaden McDaniels stepped up, became the number one for a team that was missing 40%. And that's a real statistic. 40% of its scoring was out. That's Anthony Edwards, Dante DiVincenzo, and Damonsu from the guy that they got from the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? I mean, them dudes, look, man, the Nuggets, like I said, the series was embarrassing. We can't defend. That's always been our issue. Or at least it's been our issue for the last 2 years. We've had trouble closing games. We weren't closing them like we were in 23 when we won, where it seemed like if it came down to the clutch, there was nobody stopping Murray and Jokic. Whereas now, you know what I'm saying, it seems like if Murray and Jokic ain't clicking in the clutch, it's over. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so overall, man, I think this is where I think the Nuggets this is what we need to focus on in the offseason. All right. You have to, number one, you have to flush what just happened. You have to think about it, focus on what went wrong, and then be ready to move on for the next season. And you have to improve. So the number one thing you have to improve on is defense, no matter what. Anybody that's not willing to defend outside of Jokic and outside of Murray, if you're not willing to defend, you on the hot seat. That includes Christian Brown. Aaron Gordon will defend, but if he decides not to, that includes him. That includes Cam Johnson. That includes Tim Hardaway Jr. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Brown, all of these guys that are supposed to be the core guys, if you're not willing to defend next year, you got to go. You got to go. I think Bruce got to go regardless because he didn't do nothing for us this year but play every game. He didn't do nothing. He got to go. I think that Christian Brown contract is terrible. I don't know what team in the league is going to want to accept that contract without giving up something good in return. So I don't know what the Nuggets are going to do, but you have to bring in some defensive pieces no matter what. That's got to be the main focus for the Nuggets. Keep in mind, OKC has our first round pick in 27 and 28, I believe.
God, they still rolling out first round picks. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you good. I don't remember how they got it. I think they got it from, I'm assuming that was a Jeremy Grant thing when we got him years ago, which is nuts because he ain't been on the team since before we won the championship. So we got rid of him before we got Aaron Gordon. And Aaron Gordon been here almost 6 years now. So I don't know how they got our first round pick, unless it's something else that I done missed. But I'm pretty sure that's the only trade that we've had between us two. But regardless, so you got to add defense. You got to find a way to offload that Christian Brown contract, and you got to bring in more defenders. I think you need another ball handler, and you got to get more athletic as well. Because I think with Aaron Gordon being out, I think we really got exposed, especially in the transition game, which is nuts because that was Mike Malone's whole thing. That was George Karl's whole thing. You know what I'm saying? We've always been a team that can run, but as of late, we haven't been there. And the guy that we paid $125 million to, Christian Brown, was supposed to be our transition guy. And again, we just didn't get to see it. So ultimately, again, what I'm saying is you got to bring in some help. You know what I'm saying? I thought we had a great squad this year. I really thought we had a championship contending team. I think most people did. I mean, we came into the playoffs. We won 15 straight coming into the
Yeah,
playoffs.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like we weren't good. I mean, we were hot, but we got exposed. You know what I'm saying? The Timberwolves absolutely did their homework and they exposed everything that they could about the Nuggets. And the main thing is defense. Now, what I will say before we move on is I think the Nuggets' biggest mistake last offseason was letting Russell Westbrook go. That was the biggest mistake we made. Because Westbrook was Westbrook was great off the bench. He averaged 15. He was a ball handler. He was athletic, and obviously, he was going to defend. He was Westbrook, and keep in mind, he was not going to let Jaden McDaniels talk to us like that. Westbrook was a vocal leader. He was an enforcer. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. Matter of fact, did you see today that Christian Brown, and hats off to him for accepting accountability, but today he said that he was the vocal leader of the team.
Really?
Which, in my opinion, that I forgot about that. In my opinion, Jokic, Murray, and Gordon, all three of them should be ashamed.
Yeah,
if Christian Brown is your vocal leader. And I'm not even talking about him as a player. I'm talking about he's one of the youngest players on the team. He's the youngest starter for sure.
Yeah.
Like, he should not be no vocal leader of no team, bro. He was a rookie when we won the championship. It should be your 3-time MVP or your one-time All-Star, future All-NBA player, or the guy that we call Mr. Nugget and Aaron Gordon. That should be your vocal leaders. It shouldn't be no Christian Brown. That's absolutely unacceptable.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, if he's our vocal leader, then we got a problem from the top. You know what I'm saying? Because Christian Brown really should be about the fifth dude speaking up. It should be the head coach first and foremost, which he need to be fired. I said that last week. I'm good on him, but they're not going to fire him because they said, I don't know if you saw this, but they said that the reason why they fired Coach Malone was because they thought that David Adelman was going to be the head coach of the future, and they were scared to lose him to another team. So they fired Malone and promoted David Adelman.
God.
Ain't it dumb? Ain't it dumb? And let me ask you this, T, because, and in my mind, so first of all, and I looked at it yesterday too, and I already knew it, but I had to look at it just to confirm. So in terms of wins, games coached, playoff wins, playoff win percentage, championships, conference finals, Coach Malone is number one on all of that. Yeah. Easily. I think the only thing
made sense to me why y'all fired him, really. But
bro, it didn't make no sense at all. And the only thing he's not number one on is win percentage, and I think he's like number 2. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and he's only 54. That's the funny thing. He's only 54 years old. He ain't even old. So like, what do you need a head coach of the future for when the guy that just won a championship is still a young-ish coach? He's 54. Yeah. He had been there 10 years. You know what I'm saying? He was the second longest tenured coach in the league behind Steve Kerr, I believe.
And I think that's over too.
And Spo, I forgot, and Spo. So he was the third longest. But yes, Kerr might be done too.
I think that whole thing is about to get blown up. I think Warriors are about to go into a rebuild mode, but we can say that for another pod.
Yeah.
But I think they're going in rebuild mode. But yeah, man, good points. And let's go ahead and transition into the Timberwolves, because they played last night and got another big win against the Spurs. Wemby did the triple-double, but it was like one of them weird 11, 15, and 10 type games where he didn't really do much offensively.
Right.
I'm just going to ask you, like, what you think about this series here, who you got winning. That's really all I'm asking. Who you got winning this series, and maybe in how many games?
So, I mean, I still think it's going to be the Spurs. I think, the Spurs are another team that don't really have a lot of playoff experience. I think it's just De'Aaron Fox for them. You know what I'm saying? So this is also their first time there too.
Yeah.
And they played a team that didn't have any experience in other than Drew Holiday and the Trailblazers. So I mean, I still got the Spurs. I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be 5. I think they reverse sweep from here on out. Because the Spurs are just too good, man. You know what I'm saying? I think they had a long layover. They had a lot of rest. And so I think that's why They might have just been a little sloppy. But I think the Timberwolves, unfortunately, I think Anthony Edwards' knee is going to catch up to them. He played last night, and he played pretty well. But again, it's just one of the things where he came back too quick, and that's gonna really, I think that could potentially affect his career, let alone what's happening this season. So I have the Spurs. I just think about Embiid. You remember when he played on that torn meniscus a couple years ago, and he really just now starting to get back right. You know what I'm saying? But that was 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask a question because maybe I heard this wrong the other day. But did they say that's his first time ever advancing in the playoffs?
Nah, so that was his first time getting past the Celtics.
Get past the Celtics. Okay, I knew it was something like that. I knew it was something like something.
Well, his first time getting past the Celtics and his first Game 7 win.
His first, that's what it was. First Game 7 win.
Yeah,
that's
first
what
Game
it was.
7 win.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And it's and we can move on to the 76ers now. Actually, who you got in the Spurs and Wolves series actually?
Oh, brother, I'm with you 100%. I think the Spurs are probably the second best team in basketball right now behind OKC. So I think a reverse sweep is on the way. I'm kind of with you. I think in 5 games, 6 at best, this thing's over.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think. I think that, like I said, that Dante DiVincenzo loss is vital for them.
And I think Anthony. Ooh, no, I'm about to call him Anthony Anderson. I don't know why, but I think Anthony Edwards is still pretty hurt too because in that interview, like I seen it this morning, that interview he did last night or whatever, that was probably the calmest I've ever seen, bro. They had that boy on that moxicillin, bro. Ain't no way that boy. Ain't no way. They shot that boy with all the cortisone they could get, bro. Ain't no way. That boy barely surviving, bro.
Yeah, his
knee. I
knee.
think he's still pretty hurt too. So I think they're gonna get reverse swept. But go ahead and get to your next point. You about to talk about the 76ers.
Yeah, he shouldn't be playing right now, man. He got a bone in his knee, bro. No. I mean, look. Like I said, Embiid just now getting back right, and Embiid's career is gonna forever be affected by him playing on that torn meniscus. I mean, the rest of his career. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Anthony Edwards is too young for this, man. Like, again, I understand that you feel like you got a shot to get it done this year because you do, because it's a competitive league right now. But I mean, you probably not gonna get it done without DiVincenzo. I know he don't think like that, but it's tough, bro. Like, take care of your body first, man. Take care of your body first, because you could have a long career, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, moving on to the 76ers and Knicks. Like we said, 76ers, first time getting past the Celtics, I think, first in the Embiid era, first time getting past a Game 7 in the Embiid era. And they made it to the second round. But this is where, for the 76ers, this is where the test really is for them. You know what I'm saying? I know the expectation was lower this season, but they already beat the Boston Celtics, who were championship favorites, the favorites to come out the East. You already got past them. So everything, all the expectations that you had in the regular season, everything that was done in the past, that's over now. Now we're looking at you like the 76ers of old. You know what I'm saying? Now we're looking at you like you're healthy because everybody's playing. We're looking at you like you're healthy. We're giving you those expectations now. Now for the 76ers, you got to get to the conference finals. And it don't matter what obstacle is in your way. You made it past the biggest obstacle, the 2 biggest obstacles, Game 7 and the Boston Celtics. Now there's nothing else standing in your way. I know the Knicks are dominant right now. I know they're probably the favorites in the East right now, but you got to get past them now. You got Embiid playing at one of the highest levels I've ever seen him play at.
Yeah, he's playing well.
You got Tyrese Maxey, who in my opinion is the most dangerous scorer in the playoffs right now outside of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You got BJ Edgecombe, who's been really good as a rookie. You got I'm about to say Tobias Harris. You got Kelly Oubre playing pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Your bench is playing fairly well. 76ers got to get it done. You know what I'm saying? And I hate saying this about them because I'm not trying to put that lofty expectation on them, but they don't have no excuse at this point. That has to happen. They don't have no excuse. and you can put that on the jumbotron right there. What Denzel said, man.
Yeah, I was
Same
just about
for the Knicks. Same for the Knicks. Like this is two teams right here that have been in the same situation the last couple of years. Something got to give, man. I know the Knicks made the ECF last year, but the Knicks got to get to the finals. The 76ers just got to get to the conference finals. You know what I'm saying?
Denzel kind of took the words out of my mouth. I'm gonna be honest. New York Knickerbockers, you don't have the Celtics in the way. I still don't trust the Detroit Pistons, even though they won a little series. The Knicks need to be in the finals in a couple of weeks. In my personal opinion, they're gonna go to the OKC Invitational and get smashed and dashed. But I think they need to be in the finals. To me,
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of already feel like, and I know that you just said that you feel like the 76ers have kind of already, like, they got to get to the conference finals. I'm not gonna lie, they've already kind of exceeded my expectations because I kind of thought it was just gonna be a one and done team. They have a lot of injuries per usual. They've kind of, I didn't think Edgecombe would be this good this early. They kind of have already they've already kind of passed the expectations, at least for me. They beat Boston, who I had coming out the East 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. To me, I think this is, dude, the way the Knicks are playing. I guess we'll just go ahead and jump into this now. The way the Knicks are playing right now, I don't think nobody in the East is beating them. I think they're actually potentially going to 4-0 sweep the 76ers. I'm not going to lie. And I'm going to tell you why. They had when they were down 2-1 in Atlanta to the Hawks, they had a team meeting, or one of them player-only meeting situation. They said everybody was mad and crying and upset and all that. And since then, they've turned on the switch and they ain't turned it off yet. Yeah. So I'll probably say Knicks in 5, but I think, to me, the Knicks, you have to go to the finals, bro. I think, especially with no Boston, you have no Giannis in your way. You have no Boston in the way. You have no Indiana in the way. This is your time. You're never going to probably have another time like this.
Nope.
So I think, to me, this is more about the Knicks than it is the 76ers, in my personal opinion. I think the Knicks have got to make it to the finals this year, or if not, everything else is a failure.
Yeah.
Because this is probably the easiest playoff path they've ever had. Because I still think, even though Detroit has a better record, I think the Knicks are better than them at this moment. So I think the Knicks need to be making it to the finals. That's just my opinion.
Listen, so the Knicks, the Knicks are the first team in NBA history to win 3 straight playoff games by 25.
By 20 plus, yeah, by 25 plus points, yeah.
Yep.
Ever. Like, they've been hot dominant right now, bro.
Yep. So I'm with you, bro. Like I said, the Knicks, they absolutely have to make the finals. That's why I say something got to give this playoff series. Like the 76ers, because I agree with you. They exceeded my season expectations for sure. Mm-hmm. But we're here now. We're in the playoffs. That's we got to let that go. You know what I'm saying? Because again, the reason why they playing so well, and Embiid even said it. He was like, I understand that the expectations for us was low this year, but that don't mean nothing to me, is basically what he said. Yeah, and he said it to the players. He was like, and I had to give him his credit because he's leading very well. You know what I'm saying? I think and that was another thing I wanted to talk about. We'll talk about that here in a second after we talk about the other series that we have left. But so you got Pistons and Cavs tonight, and then we have Lakers and Thunder tonight as well. So let's start with the Pistons and Cavs because they play first. Give me your thoughts on both of them coming off of a Game 7. What's that going to look like for them tonight? And what are the expectations for both of these teams? Who you think's going to win? What you got? Win the whole series, I mean.
In what series?
Pistons and Cavs.
Pistons and Cavs, okay. Yeah. So again, I think the fact that both teams went to 7, I just don't trust the Pistons, bro. Like, you kind of was telling me last week or like 2 weeks ago, you feel like they frauds. I'm starting to kind of agree with you. The fact they let that Magic team, who just fired their coach, by the way, after blowing a 3-1 lead, the fact they even got down 3-1 to them is kind of like, I don't know. Is it bad? I'm kind of leaning Cleveland right now. I mean, the way Donovan Mitchell has played like a top 7 player this year, James Harden has done them really well. We already know how I feel about Mobley. Dude, I kind of want to say like Cavs in 6 or 7, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like I trust the Cavs more than I trust Detroit. Like even though Detroit, talent wise and player wise, like yeah, Cade, yeah, Duran, like yeah, but I don't know if I trust them, bro. I just don't know if I trust them. To be honest, I think I'm gonna go at this point. I think I'm leaning towards Cavs.
Cavs.
I think we're gonna get a Cavs Knicks final, Eastern Conference Finals, and I think the Knicks are gonna win that.
The Knicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't mad at it. I think so a couple things about both of these teams. The Pistons, I know the Pistons had the best record in the East, like you said earlier. I mean, they won 60 games this year. You know what I'm saying? They were pretty good, but I think the thing about the Pistons is that when you really think about it, when you really get down to it, they roster ain't that loaded, man. And they and the team that they've been this playoffs don't look like a 60-win team.
No.
You know what I mean? They look like a middle of the pack, you know what I'm saying, 4th, 5th seed Eastern Conference team right now.
Yeah.
They don't look like the number 1 seed in the East. Versus a team like the Cleveland Cavaliers, on paper, when you look at a roster, you're like, dang, bro, they about 6 or 7 guys deep, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Versus the Pistons, right now, it's only one guy because Jalen Duren ain't even been good this playoffs.
No, he's not.
You know what I'm saying? It's Cade Cunningham, who, by the way, has been absolutely tremendous.
He's been great since he's been back.
He was phenomenal in the comebacks.
Did he drop like 45 or something like that? It was something crazy.
Bro, I think he averaged 30 in them last 4 games.
Yeah, he went crazy.
Yeah, he was phenomenal, man. But like I said, the rest of the team got to help him out. Tobias Harris was very good. Was very good for them in that game against in Game 7. He was very good. I think he had 30. I think that was the most he ever dropped for the Pistons too. So I mean, again, it's I'm with you, bro. It's crazy because these are 2 teams that I don't trust at all. I don't trust the Cavs because I told you this before. I thought the Cavs reminded me a lot of the Raptors from back in the day.
Yeah, they do kind of got that vibe about them.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I like them a lot better than the Raptors, like I do believe in Donovan Mitchell as a top tier player. I think he's way better than DeMar and Kyle Lowry.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I think he can lead them further than they ever could. You know what I'm saying? Jared Allen had a phenomenal last couple of games. I think he's really good. Like you said, Mobley is a star. And on top of that, they got James Harden, who's been a really good leader for them too as of late. So it's tricky because, like you said, 2 teams that I really don't trust. But who do I trust the least? It's probably gonna have to be the Pistons because they're also inexperienced. You know,
they young too. Honestly, if we really think about it, Pistons pretty young, man.
They young, yeah, they very young. I'm trying to think, who are they? The youngest team? Who's the youngest team? Is it still OKC?
It's probably still OKC.
Yeah. Somebody. It's a lot of young teams in the playoffs right now, but I think OKC's still the youngest in the league. But the Pistons are pretty young too. They shouldn't be too far off. You know what I'm saying? And they stars, they leaders are young. You know what I'm saying? Cade ain't even. I don't know if Cade even 25, and Jalen Duren not 25 yet. So again, I'm gonna take. I hate to do it. I'm gonna take the Cavs in 6, which basically means that the Pistons about to win in 5. But I'm gonna take the Cavs.
Me and you teaming up together, yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Cavs in 6. And yeah, man. But
as we say this now, the Pistons is up 21-14 in the first quarter. Bro. As we say this right now, the Detroit Pistons is up 21-14 in the first quarter. So we'll see how it goes. Last but not least, Thunder and Lakers.
Yeah.
I mean, do we really got to go there? I mean, respectfully, man. Like, again, shout out to LeBron, because LeBron has actually held it down this playoffs. Like I actually watching him this playoffs makes me feel like, okay, LeBron, you can give us one more year at least of being a pretty good player. Like you can give us one more year and do your send off tour or whatever. But this is a different ball game. This is not the Rockets. All right.
Yeah.
I think this is, especially if Luka is not back yet. I know Austin Reeves just came back. This is over in 5, right? Like we on like agreements there, especially if Luka does not come back. This is over in 5.
I think it's over in 4, bro. I ain't gonna hold.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm kind of saying I'm being generous by saying 5.
Yeah,
because I'm just pandering in if Luka makes it back within the time frame. But this series is cooked, right?
Yeah, I think it was cooked for, like, if Luka had been playing the whole playoffs, I think we might have a series.
Yeah, I think it'd be a discussion here.
But even if he do come back, it's got to be because he's gonna be sluggish.
He's gonna be sluggish. Yeah.
It's gonna have to be OKC and 4 for me. But to your point about LeBron, his first round series, tremendous, man. I mean,
he was good. I think he had like one kind of offish bad game. Besides that, he was good, man.
He was phenomenal, man. And listen, he led both teams in points and assists. You know what I'm saying? Which is some prime LeBron stuff that he was doing back in the day. But I think he can give us one more at this level. But like, if he just packed it in and became Rondo, you know what I'm saying? Like, he can probably go. It seems like he could probably keep going, bro. But this series over in 4, bro. I'm good.
You think it's over in 4? Yeah, I was being generous by saying 5.
Yeah, I think OKC gonna be. I think they're going 4-0, 4-0. I think they're gonna go 4-1, and then in the finals we'll see who they playing. And I think it's a chance that they go 6 or 7. But I think they going. I think they basically gonna clean sweep the West, bro. I think the Western Conference Finals. I think they might lose 1. I don't
know if the Spurs get there though. It could get. I still think they win, but I think it might go 6 or 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think, I think they're gonna lose their first game in the Western Conference Finals, is what I'm saying, and they ain't gonna lose too many more after that.
Yeah,
but one thing I wanted to say before we end it off, I wanted to bring up this topic because a lot of I've been saying it all night, but give me your thoughts on and I'll give you a second to think about it, but who are the leaders right now in the NBA? And the reason why I bring that up is because I feel like that's one thing that a lot of teams are missing. Because we always talk about.
Do you mean by like team leaders? Like who are like? What do you mean by leaders?
So I'm gonna give you an example of a leader. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say leader, I'm looking at somebody like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now, in my opinion, is the best leader in the NBA. I'm not saying he's the best player because I still think he's in the conversation with a couple of guys. I'm not saying he's far and away the best player in the league, but I think he is far and away the best leader in the NBA because the rest of his team, and that's what makes him the most valuable player too, because his team rallies behind that. You know what I'm saying?
So you're pretty much saying the Tom Brady effect. Who can pull up the talent with him, essentially?
Yeah. So
who answers Shai? To me personally, he's
is it just him?
One of them. Shai is one of them. I would even give your boy Jokic when he wants to be, as far as pulling up the other talent. I would give him some credit to that. I think Donovan Mitchell has done a decent job with that as well. I'm trying to think of people that kind of got that, not Tom Brady effect as if like they're like the greatest of all time, but they make people around them better. That's what I'm thinking when I'm talking about this. It's just so we can make that clear. But that's kind of just some of the that I'm thinking about. Fucking what's his name? We were just talking about him. Wemby is another one I would put up there for sure. So that's just some of the names that I'm thinking about at least.
So because I was thinking about this earlier. So what I think this is my knowledge, or this is my thought process on it. So I mean, so like for example, guys that I would not include here. Mm-hmm. All right. So I would not include my guy Jokic.
So you
here.
wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I would not include right now. I would not include a Giannis. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I like these guys. I think they're statistical leaders.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think that they, like you said, they rally, they make their teammates better.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of great leadership this season, I didn't see it from neither one of those dudes.
So I guess that's why I'm getting confused. Are we talking leadership, or are we talking you bring your players up with bring their talent up?
I'm talking. So, like I said, the best example I can give you. So Shea and Wemby are the top two that I can give you right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the rest of the team, their identity, everybody plays just like those two dudes. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for example, when you look at the Spurs, when you look at OKC, you don't get too many guys complaining to the refs. You see what I'm saying? You don't get too many guys doing a bunch of nonsense on the court. You know what I'm saying? They serious about their business. When they lose a game, what happens? They go to work and they win 10 in a row after that. That's what I'm talking about when I say leadership. And I think Shea is one of those guys. Go ahead.
No, I would say if that's the case, take Jokic off. I'm gonna add one on there, Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
Throw Jalen on there because I feel like he kind of did that when he elevated himself in that Hawks series and started taking control. The rest of his team did, and he exuded that on the court. So I would take Jokic out and put Jalen in. Now I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I would say the ones I was thinking of, excuse me, ones I was thinking of, Shea Gilgeous, of course.
Yeah.
Wemby. I think Anthony Edwards got to be there right now.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards.
I like what you said about Jalen Brunson. Didn't think about him, but I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Embiid. I think Embiid, the way he playing,
he has been cooking.
I think the way he been leading, I think he's got to be there. You know what I'm saying? These are the guys that I was thinking about. Just something I was thinking about, like who are the actual leaders in the NBA? Because again, I was when I brought it up earlier, if Christian Brown is saying he's the vocal leader of the Nuggets, Jokic can't be the leader there. If somebody else on the team can come up and say, yeah, I'm a vocal leader, bro. You can't be the, you know what I'm saying? Same with Giannis. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because he's in an ongoing dispute with his own organization right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what
I don't think we're gonna see him in a Bucks jersey ever again.
Where you think you know what? They talking about him and Jokic teaming up, man. That would be nuts.
See that. I did see that. Well, we know where he's not going. He said he ain't going to LA. He said he don't like LA. Yeah, he said he don't like LA. So I know he ain't going there.
He might. I think best case scenario, or the most realistic scenario, I think if the Knicks don't win the finals this year, Karl Anthony Towns gonna be on the move again.
Yeah.
And I think I think they're gonna end up getting Giannis.
Well, that's where he wants to go. Is New York.
Yeah, that's where he want to be. Is the Knicks anyway.
He's made that clear a couple times. I feel like.
Yeah.
Or subliminally has made that clear.
Yeah.
So I think New York or Miami is where he ends up. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, so, it's possible for sure.
Yeah, but I think we won't. And honestly, I think we've seen Ja Morant play his last game in a Memphis uniform.
Where is he going to end up?
That I don't know, because I think Ja is like low key damaged goods right now.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not gonna get like a haul for him like you would expect or anything like that.
The market can't be good for a Ja Morant right now.
No, he's cool. He might get a trade like worse than Trae Young. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like I'm starting to feel like he might get a very bad trade.
What would you want Ja in Atlanta?
God, no. Atlanta and Ja just does not seem like a good mix. Closer to home, he'll only be like 2.5, 3 hours from Sumter.
Yeah.
Atlanta, no, I'm good. So. I'm good, bro. It just sounds like a terrible accident waiting to happen. I'm good.
Yeah. Because I like I said, the market, I can't see where he could.
You think somebody like maybe like Brooklyn would take a chance on him? Somebody like that, like where we ain't gonna win nothing anyway. We might as well just
So
take
kind
a
of like
chance on a guy. You know
kind of
what
like
I'm
what the
saying?
Wizards
Like somewhere
did.
like that.
Kind of like what the Wizards did with Trae Young.
Yeah, like what the Wizards did with Trae Young and Anthony Davis. And I think Anthony Davis is gonna get moved again,
They
probably.
saying he on the move too. Yeah. Yep.
So
I think I don't know, man. I think about Ja a lot now because well, number one, his play is falling all the way off too. So it's not like he's that good of a player at this moment in time. But where could he end up to try and rejuvenate his career? You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, it's gonna have to be one of these screw up teams, or unless again, I can't think of another team that could use a player of his caliber. Denzel saying Miami. Miami been needing a guard for a while, but Miami
yeah,
also has a lottery pick now.
exactly.
So, and this is a loaded draft. So I think Miami gonna try to find a guard in this draft. You know, so last question about players. Do you think this is the last time we've seen LeBron in a Lakers uniform?
Nah, I think LeBron gonna stick it out with the Lakers. I
Okay.
think LeBron. At first I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he gonna leave. But now I'm kind of feeling like,
Yeah, I ain't feeling it.
I think he's gonna do one more year in LA and then call it quits. I think by July 4th we're gonna get some type of decision
Is
where
it?
he's
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm gonna ride out one more year. I know he's saying he don't want like a quote unquote retirement tour. It's LeBron. Let's stop the cap. LeBron wants a retirement tour. You're not gonna get up here and lie to me, bro. You want and honestly, you deserve
You
that.
should. Yeah, I'm about to say.
You can argue that, and I was even saying this last week. You can start. I'm a Michael Jordan guy where I'll say I think Mike is the best player of all time. But LeBron, I don't know, man. The longevity, how long he's been able to be this good. I don't know. I'm starting to kind of side with the people that say LeBron's the best of all time, bro. I'm kind of starting to get on that side with them because this dude is 41, playing like a very good second option. At 41, not at 21, not at 31, not at 35, 41. We've never seen this before, bro. Never. In basketball. And again, you got to give Bron credit on that.
Yeah. The only other guys that we've seen play past 40, they weren't even, they was role players at best.
They was role players.
You know what I'm saying?
This
we
dude
talking
just
about
carried his team through a playoff game against a decent Rockets team.
Yeah.
Like, we got to give credit where it's due, man. But that's all I had to say on that.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, man. I think, and again, I think I was kind of the same way as you, bro. I was like, yeah, I think LeBron gonna try to end it in Cleveland one more again. But I don't know, man. I just feel like I think after what I've seen this year, because I think he's content actually not being the best player. I think he's actually the happiest he's been in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a little upset now that he has to put on that cape again. But I also think that he knows that OKC is coming up and there's nothing that they can do anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So he ain't worried about it. I think he's going to retire a Laker next season. I think he's going to get that retirement tour, which means I need to break the bank and go on my savings because I got to see
LeBron. I got to see LeBron for you. If I got to pay $300, I just got to pay that $300.
Oh,
I got to see because I've never seen Bron play in real life in person.
See, it's going to be more. So it's going to be more than 300 because
the Lakers to get in the building.
Yeah, the Lakers already got a tax on them. Period.
Yeah, I know that. I might have to go to LA and watch a game. Then I might have to go to LA then to get it cheap.
You gonna be, that's gonna be a $1,000+ trip, don't you?
Well, yeah, that's true.
That's gonna be a rack.
I'll be out there all the time anyway, though. So it's like
I know.
Definitely.
That's gonna be a rack, though, my boy.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, let me know when you're going because I'm
I definitely gotta go see LeBron though for sure before he retires.
Let me know when you're going. I'm going with you.
Yeah, we got to make that happen. Well, all right, man. I think that's pretty much it, man. It's not a lot going on in sports right now. We just want to talk a little NBA with y'all. We getting out of here before an hour, which is crazy. This don't never happen. But we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We thank y'all for all the support. Cam, did you want to say something before we end it out, man?
Nah, I think that's pretty much it, man. Ain't nothing really, like you said, ain't much happening right now. So, man, y'all enjoy yourselves. Yeah. We'll be back again next week, of course. And hopefully
schedule should be dropping pretty soon here, shouldn't it?
The NFL schedule, yeah.
So maybe we'll have a little bit more to kind of get some content on, but yeah.
Hopefully hopefully next Tuesday we're gonna have some GTA news too, my boy.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Hopefully.
nice. We might have to block
Hey.
off 20. If we get a GTA trailer, yo, we might have to just block off like 20 minutes just to talk GTA.
Oh
If
yeah.
we get a GTA announcement soon, I'm definitely gonna be on there.
Oh yeah.
I think it's coming though. I think it's coming in within the next, I would say between now and like the 25th. I think we're getting something.
Yeah.
We're getting some time, even hopefully not another delay. But I think we're getting something between now and the end of this month for sure.
Trailer 2 dropped a year ago yesterday or tomorrow.
Yeah. So I think we're getting yeah, it did, because I remember it was my first day at my job I'm at now. So yeah, that's right. That makes sense. But all right, y'all. Appreciate y'all's love and support. We'll holler at y'all next time. Y'all have a good one.